The Irish government are extremely angry that their leading candidate, Jim Gavin, is of course being slandered in the news, saying that he slept with his daughter's best friend, that he slept with some famous GAA player's wife as well, and of course they can't handle the scrutiny. All these stories have yet to come out to see if they're true or not. It's all speculation at the moment. But of course, Micheál Martin is going with a speech here for Fianna Fáil, saying he doesn't like the way that these people invent stories. Well, we don't know if they're actually true or not. We're about to find out in the next couple of days. There's a few whistleblowers in the US telling this, and hey, if you guys are going to fight dirty and not allow people like Conor McGregor, Maria Steen and Nick Dillahunty on the ballot, then we're going to fight dirty back. How do you like that? Two can play that game. They want to bring it dirty. Okay, we wanted to keep it cordial. We wanted to keep it professional. But they were the ones that made it dirty, and now we're in dirty politics.
It's absolutely shocking that people can invent stories. I think those stories have had 2 million views. I'm just listening to Maria Ressa inside, who was a Nobel Peace Prize winner in 2021, a Filipino journalist. And she spoke about that we are in the midst of an information Armageddon, and that the companies seem to be able to behave with absolute impunity. She said that disinformation spreads 6 times faster than the truth. And that's the world we live in. And there are real issues there for the companies. They've been very, very slow in responding. It's caused a lot of hurt as well. I mean, individual citizens and families don't expect this sort of thing when they contest an election and participate in an election. And it shouldn't be taken as sort of, oh, that's just social media, let's get on with it. I mean, Jim Gavin is right in what he has said. I'm appalled by what is happening. And I do think, the companies from time to time always complain about too much regulation. Well, I'm sorry, the companies need to act.
The psychotic, narcissistic elites that are in the Irish government are running scared. They are scared because we have the internet and we can actually speak truths back to the people. They are losing the information war. Thank God for the internet. People like this, guys, and why I call them narcissists, is because they can't handle even one iota of scrutiny, or else their entire platform crumbles, their entire persona dies, because they can't understand, why would people critique me? Because if you're going to be spreading hatred and woke, left-wing Marxism on the people, well, we are going to be pushing back against that. We are allowed to push back against that. We are allowed to post to social media platforms to post back against that. And we don't know if these accusations are true or not. Jim Gavin hasn't come out to say that they're not true. Okay, he just said that it's all bullshit. But the guy is going to give evidence in the next couple of days, apparently, to show that it might be true, and they hate that. They can't understand that their whole platform is dying off, and they're literally failing in real time. We are winning now. We're the captain now of this ship, because we got Instagram, we got TikTok, we got YouTube, and we put out messages and we spread messages quicker than you can do anything. They're spreading false narratives. We're pushing back against their crazy ideology. To even suggest that disinformation spreads 6 times faster than the truth is imprecise and unscientific. And it's just completely disinformation itself. That's not true. That's not leveled in any basis. They're just upset that there's things coming out against them because they started it, guys. They started with the dirty tactics, forbidding people, calling McGregor a flipping sexual predator and all this stuff when he's in a civil lawsuit, which every flipping rich man has gotten to a civil lawsuit. Drake, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, flipping Ronaldo, name a celebrity, they all have civil lawsuits against them because they sleep with hundreds of thousands of women, and then the women don't like it because they're so rich and they want to get some money off them. Plain and simple. It's absolutely ridiculous. These guys have no basis in reality. And this is who the left-wing woke psychopaths have brought in for their candidate. Catherine Connolly, a president that is so far left, she supports Hamas, a terrorist organization. Let's see her actual promotion for presidency.
Be Uachtaráin Éireann.
Well, the President represents Ireland on the world stage.
I believe the President of Ireland should be a moral compass and a light in troubled times.
I feel we need a President that is steadfast in their values.
Who understands that housing is a human right and not an investment opportunity.
We need somebody that...
Whoa, hold on a second. Housing is not a human right. You have to work hard for housing. Okay? Should you house your own people before other people? Absolutely. Should you house your own ethnically Irish people before anybody else? Absolutely.
Unity.
we need somebody that can stand up for the people of Ireland.
Bechortamáin Uachtarán mar chut na Níní.
This guy again.
When I see the images of kids and what's happened to them in Palestine, it just breaks my heart to see them. The government needs to listen to what the people have been saying on these marches now for nearly 2 years.
Yeah, so everyone agrees with Palestine, brother, but, you know, I saw Hamas yesterday, they executed 3 people on X, on Twitter, and nobody even talked about that. She fully supports this.
My mum's a single parent, worked really hard just to put a roof over our heads and support just the 2 of us, and even at that sometimes it wasn't enough. We had faced evictions because landlords were selling the house for overseas developers.
We really lost our communities in Ireland, and that's because no one can lay a root anywhere. There's no security.
I served in the Irish military 22 years, including in the Sinai Desert and Cyprus. Experienced war firsthand, but also experienced the value of Irish neutrality. I have 8 grandchildren. I am deeply, deeply concerned about the future of the younger generation, both in Ireland and globally.
So they're trying to have veterans say that they're good people. That guy there was a veteran or whatever. He served 22 years, but none of these people ever saw combat. I mean, he's literally wearing the scarf of Hamas, and it's like, these people are terrorist organizations and they're wearing this kind of thing. It's crazy. And them themselves have been in the military. Just seems a bit obscene.
And globally.
Catherine Connolly is raising her voice, but as she says herself, this isn't about getting to the Irish. This is
to empower people to find their own voices.
I'm raising my voice for my community.
I'm raising my voice for Gaza.
I'm raising my voice for safe, secure homes for all.
I'm raising my voice for my generation.
I'm raising my voice for carers and people with disabilities.
Garda Mulchuha ar Sumna Gaeilge, for hope.
For everyone who calls Ireland home. I just want to thank you all for taking courage in your hand, sharing your stories and raising your voice. This election is about a movement for a new type of Ireland, about a movement to make the Republic of Ireland a reality.
Make the Republic of Ireland a reality? What? What reality is she living in? It is a reality. Oh my God. And look at the diverse squad that they have here, guys. All white men and women. They act like they're this diverse people that love all foreigners. They hate foreigners. They're the most racist people. I mean, they don't get along with anyone unless they're white Irish. I mean, this party is a joke, as you have Sinn Féin, People Before Profit, you have all these social democrats coming out to support them. It's an absolute travesty, guys. It's an absolute travesty. And of course, Miss Connolly told the BBC Talkback show on Radio Ulster that the militant group Hamas is part of the fabric of the Palestinian people and not up to British MP Keir Starmer to say it should have no role in the future politics of the Palestine state. So, yeah, she supports terrorism. That is absolutely insane, lads. So, that's the left for you. Okay, here we have the presidential candidate Catherine Connolly campaign launch in Dublin. It only makes sense to have a president candidate who actually speaks Irish. This is from Eva Carroll. So now, to be the president of Ireland, you need to be fluent in Irish. I didn't know that, guys. I didn't know to be Irish you have to be fluent. Because I learned for 12 years, but apparently I'm not Irish anymore. Even though my entire half my family is completely Irish. And I'm genetically Irish. But you have to speak Irish fluently to be the president? Seems a bit strange.
I think it's a great thing that Catherine is an Irish speaker, and I think it only makes sense to have a president who actually speaks Irish. So,
Bimbo alert. Okay. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh my God. I can't even listen to these people speak anymore, guys. I'm just getting so frustrated as the days go on, honestly. Like, look at this picture, for instance. We can't even trust the politicians on their height. They're doing the milk crate challenge on the flipping side of O'Connell Street. I mean, what's going on here? Why are they lying about everything and then also lying about their height? I mean, this is ridiculous. Can we trust them with anything if we can't even trust them about their height? And of course, the left are also trying to bring in this sort of gender education, telling kids that they're homosexual, that they're straight, that they're trans, they're non-binary. Helen McEntee, of course, is the forefront runner in this. And here we have a massive conflict of interest. It says Helen McEntee is looking after her husband's interest because her husband is the director of AbbVie, the pharmaceutical company that manufactures Lupron, a drug used as puberty blockers for children. Oh my God. So a lot of people don't understand that a lot of this elite stuff is like True Detective season 1. You know, you're like putting it together. You're like, why is this person so big on, you know, giving kids puberty blockers and this kind of stuff? And then you find out their husband or their brother works as like the CEO of this, you know, is the director of this company, and they get paid more money the more puberty blockers that they give to these kids and stuff. It's like a whole flipping conspiracy. It's absolutely crazy. You know, when you look into this stuff, as I've seen Nick Delahunty do before, it's unbelievable. The actual things that you uproot and these secrets that the Irish government are trying to hide from you, the Irish public. My vote will have to be going for Maria Steen. She will win in a landslide if she gets the chance to run. 100%. You know, anyone that's on the right, people 100% agree with. That people are just mostly afraid to speak about it in Ireland because they might lose their job. But definitely vote for Maria Steen. If you guys watch me on this channel, give her your vote. She is the best candidate for the job.
I think after today, I feel confident that I'm certainly in a better position to get to 20. If that...
So yeah, all these people that she needs to get 20 nominations to actually run for office. Yeah, so she's had like loads of people, but she would be the only non-established candidate on the ballot. And why I say that, guys, you know, it's huge to have that. And everything aside, politics aside, you have to have an independent running as a candidate. You can't have these mainstream establishment people like Jim Gavin, because they're already mainstream. Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, you know, Sinn Féin, this other woman, Catherine Connery, they're all acting like independent, but they're getting backing, massive backing from all these other companies and all these other corporations at the top, leaders with all the money, but also Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael. It's ridiculous. Never vote for people that are establishment shills. The last news story we have here is from September 22nd, 2025. It says, an African woman with over 117 convictions, Bianca Fahy, has pled guilty to criminal damage and using threatening, abusive, or insulting behavior. So she had to be held down by rail staff after smashing a window with her fists. Wow, that's crazy. On the rail. Unbelievable. Bianca Fahy is from Zimbabwe, and she was only recently released from prison. So yeah, one of the commenters says that she should be deported. Absolutely. Anyone that's causing a riot in the country of Ireland should be absolutely immediately deported. Okay? We can't have a tolerance for this kind of stuff because it sets a precedence that it's okay to run riot in this country. Somebody else will deal with it. And yeah, shout out to the rail workers, you know, the security guards in Ireland. They work overtime because I know a lot of those rail stations are super dangerous. So be very, very careful. Much love to everybody. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member. We have 29 members for just €3 per month. You guys can help support me push back against the mainstream media because you'll never see these stories on mainstream media. And I'll see you all in the next one, lads. Peace.